got a big football final, and I don't want to miss it.
Oh shit! Who's playing?
Well, I'm playing
Manchester.
It's my like Saturday team. I play for. We got a final
okay.
tonight. Yeah.
All right.
I'm a big time baller. Yeah, I gotta take a flight out relatively soon. Maeve, has Nino shown you the document I showed him for the investment group? I'll show that to you real quick. Nino, you did tell me to do the first 2 episodes for the series, right?
Correct. Like document like how they would, like what the format's gonna be.
Would you be upset if I told you I've done all the episodes?
No. Why would I be upset? You did more work.
Well, you told me to, so I just did more.
Yeah.
I sent you a copy of the episode list, all the concepts, some names.
Okay.
Thank you as well, Maeve. Yeah, that's what the link I sent you is basically the episode list and ideas for the names. Let me know what you think.
Wait, was there 2 documents? Because I don't see one with the episode list in it.
I messaged it to you.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, I tried to basically include as much state-done things. So we've got obviously the scrapyards episode, which is obviously incorporating business stuff and the stuff that Andy set up there. I think the ad campaign could be quite cool because obviously you go to the film studio place and you can film your own thing there. The fast food thing at Senior Buns, I think, is once again no one's been in Senior Buns for a long time, so just doing that will be a positive.
I fucking love this. I think all the episode, like the whole thing, needs a title though. I don't know what that would be.
But I put some title suggestions at the top. I don't know what you think.
My god, The Puppet Master. We are training people in Los Santos to run their businesses and puppeteer to success.
I don't mind it.
Oh my god, god.
If you guys are happy with the episode list, what I can do, I can start promoting it. Say what can the prize be?
I think every episode should come with, so we'll call this like season 1, right? And how we bring people in is going to be a question, right? Because are people going to be able to, do we want one set of contestants for every single one? Or
I think so, yeah.
Like, and if it's like one set for all of them, then, are they going to be able to make it to each one? I think if they can't make it, they can't make it, and we shouldn't. Ooh.
The way I've planned out the episodes is like an elimination thing. So like So like for example, episode 2, one contestant's eliminated, and then it goes down to the final where, for example, there's 2 people left, and they both pitch to the judges their business ideas.
I like that. There is a danger with that formula, though. You, me, Maeve, we're going to be here. Most people aren't. Their schedules would be very limited.
Especially if you want to definitely do it during EU times, it's going to be tricky to say the least, because trying to catch people consistently during those hours is never easy.
Yeah. Another way, and I'm okay with that if we can get people committed, but I believe that if you took the entirety of the population and then you selected the ones that would be interested in participating, but then a percentage of that who actually are in it for starting a business, right? Now your number set is very small. And now you're saying of that, how many are going to be able to make it for each one of these? It's even more limited.
Yeah.
A solution to this may be that participants should be able to make it to half of these.
Yeah, that's a fair way of doing it.
Yeah.
It's always going to be, availability is always an issue, but I think if we sort of
Or
nip it
4
in
out
the
of
bud
6
with the
maybe
right
or
people,
something.
yeah, we've sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet. If there's like a person missing, you go, there ain't really too much you can do.
Maybe we do say that. Maybe you're right, actually, because if someone's not available anyways, then they're gonna fit. Their business is gonna rip anyways.
Yeah. It's only to have 1 or maybe 2 absences, you know, life happens, but like if it's they consistently can't make stuff, then how successful is their business going to be? Availability is the best ability.
I had an idea for the way we can show the show to the whole city instead of just twatting out with like a YouTube link or something. What's your thoughts? Up in Grapeseed, there's a massive TV screen. I'm getting one of my boys to figure out a way we can show the actual video on the screen, and then we can have like a live, like, you know, having the show live and people can come and see it.
Oh, that's fun.
So I love that. I also, oh my god, that is, bro, we need like we should have a nice intro with Paps.
Yeah, I'll get in touch with me and Johnny are pretty close, so I can just, I think he's taking a bit of time away from town, but I can just pester him and just get him on some cool shit to sort out for this, because this is right up his street.
Okay.
Yeah, I fuck heavy with this episode list. I think this is a lot of good skills for them to go over, and yeah, I think this is,
bro, this is so sick. Can you do live video feeds?
On the screen?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think you can.
You
do YouTube live.
You mean like the issue with YouTube live, when you put the link into a YouTube video, you get the like, you know, do you accept these cookies bullshit? Like you can't.
I think that
can't, like,
I'm gonna play with that today.
Yeah, it's if you can, you know, pull a few strings and see if you can.
I think there might be a way.
Because imagine doing, like, you could do so much with that screen.
Holy fucking shit. Okay, that might be overcooked a little bit. I'm gonna pull back on that. As cool as it might be, that might be a lot of technical hurdles for something that could just be episodes instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing I did want to talk to you guys about whilst I did have you, I did talk to you about, I did have like a group of people working with me on the whole idea that I've got going. Frank Skinner has been working his socks off on asking people's opinions and getting people's different viewpoints and how food should be ran. He's done a little bit of a PowerPoint. I don't want to steal his thunder and him not be here and show you guys.
Yeah,
but
I'm down to reschedule for another one.
Yeah, he's to you know, be very blunt. He's basically come up with a very similar idea that you put in your when you were campaigning for your second term, Nino, about having a marketplace in a warehouse.
Yes, that is something we are hoping to get in soon, hopefully.
Soon TM.
Soon TM.
We've I can probably show you. Give me 1 second. This is going to be a very long text, but it should work. If not, I'm sorry. But have a look what I sent you both. This is what we sort of had drafted up. So we spoke to quite a lot of people, and they really like the idea of having all stores together like Senior Buns are. But the problem is there's not enough. The only reason you go there is to get food, And if there was, for example, a store which, I don't know, fucking sold phone cases, one which sold sports equipment, another one which did drinks, another one which did alcohol.
Oh,
You had like the games area, you had like
yeah.
a little gambling area, you
Oh,
had the weed
absolutely. It'd
stuff.
be like an actual like
An actual marketplace rather than just food
yes.
places.
Yes.
Because the problem, in my opinion, with senior buns is it's because they're run by some of the quote unquote big hitters in the city. There's preference where people want to go, firstly, and secondly, if there's someone who runs a stall part time, they just won't really get that much business purely because people have their preference because another stall's already open all the time and go, no, I prefer to go there. I like this person. It's like if you've got somewhere which has unique stalls in all of the spots, you could do something along this line.
So is this his recommendation for the mall that we're looking to do, or is this like a separate venture he's interested in, or does he want to help us with it? Or
to be honest, we spoke to quite a few people about the food system, and he came up to this idea that was like very, very similar to what you guys have
done. Yeah, so this okay, so these are like actual stalls. Like
yeah, they're like actual physical, so they're like little shops in each stall, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of like the mall idea, right? Which is it's important to create like a community hub that's got a lot of purpose and reason for being there. As with every business, there's so many around the city, but like even with these dispensaries, it's going to be a little tough, right? How does I understand, like for example, this location, right? It's fucking amazing, and I think one of the things that you did really well is it's got multi-purpose, so there's more reason for people being at this venue.
Yeah,
the reality is, though, that can't be done by the majority of the city, right? And so if you're like, you know, I don't know where Cyprus is going to have their, you know, not Cyprus, but like there's a dispensary over there that's going to open up. Like, how are they going to compete with your foot traffic? They probably can't. And that's not like, while I could sit here and be like, well, they got to solve that business problem. The reality is that it's an infrastructure issue. And even for yourself, like you probably want more activity. Well, that's where the mall idea was, where we say that any business can come in and literally just run one of the booths. We'll purchase, you can sell, we'll have the inventory. So now you can still have your normal place of business, but occasionally when you want, you can run in the bigger mall. You know what I mean? And effectively use it as a marketing platform as well. Right?
Exactly. And I think it very much so, in my opinion, goes hand in hand what I talked about with the whole business idea I proposed to you about the funding and the advice, because there's going to be a lot of people like I spoke to one of my friends who's looking to start his own business. Like, I'll be real, yeah, he does a lot of crime and he's a bit of an idiot, but when it comes to being creative and like having a good idea and running with something, he's probably one of the few people left in town who are still, you know, on that and not just waking up and doing the same boring thing every day. Like, but he needs someone to come in and go, here's X amount of cash, you can use it for this, this, and this to go help improve your business, get some employees, pay them right, and actually get a business started and going properly.
Yeah, I agree. I think the big thing that's we're waiting on right now is approval from state construction to get that facility opened up. I'm probably going to reach out again and try to push for it, because I do think the city needs it desperately. And
absolutely,
even just as a place to be like, let's say we even started like, I don't know, it's an incubator.
Would it be a warehouse?
Yes, it's going to be. We're asking for a warehouse over at the Court Center.
I don't really know how you guys operate in the sense of, you know, buying properties from other people, but couldn't you, you know, just put down an offer someone couldn't refuse?
I had contemplated that. The issue is, let's say I bought Changang's warehouse, right? let's say they're like, fuck it, we'll give it to you, Nino, right? The problem is that location's probably going to be in a very odd place, and there's kind of two problems at play, right? One is I would feel exceptionally guilty taking something that probably the rest of the city is trying to grab, right? And I feel like that's not fair to the populace, even though I know deep down that this is going to bring more value to the vast majority, right?
That's the argument I was going to say. And I think the other thing I wanted to bring up was, in terms of the location idea, right? Realistically, the city's fucking massive, yeah? And let's not bullshit. The main area where people spend time is probably senior buns. And in terms of a quote-unquote hub, that is the only place.
But even then, people just go in and out. Like, it's not...
exactly. So if you've got a hub, people will hang around there. Do you know what I mean? Like, if people have got reason to be there, no matter where it is, in my opinion, like even if it's in fucking Polito, which I'm sure Fred will be like really happy about, but people will hang around there if they've got reason to be, in my opinion. It's just they need a purpose and a reason to be around there.
Yeah, I mean, that's been my complaint as like a completely legal civilian for 8-9 months here, is that like there's nothing to go and do. There are no hubs. Senior Buns in the food court is the closest you've got, but that's still just an in and out thing. Whereas if you've got something like a mall, I mean, it's, you go into the mall for a pair of shoes and then you see the pretzel place and you're like, I want a pretzel. And then like you walk by the, bookstore and you're like, I want a book. Like it gives you a reason to stay there and do stuff and pick up things and interact with people. Versus like if I was just maybe, trying to go to the weed dispensary over there, I'm going to go in there, get the thing I want, maybe chat with the people there for a bit, and then I'm going to go.
Yeah, I agree. It's like when you go into senior buns, it's as someone who's never worked.
It's on the stores, but by the way, guys, it's on the request list.
So have the same interaction with everyone. It's someone running up.
But like,
go, yo, bro, do you do any combos? And they're like, yeah, maybe do some combos. Console, yeah, man, can have a combo.
Just like the air stuff, like when it comes, it's gonna be like, oh shit, dude.
For like all day. And they don't really do much else. That's why it's so quiet there, in my opinion, because people just go insanely bold because they just do the same thing. So just having a mall or some kind of hub or something, I think, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think in a sense you've got to be a bit selfish, because like me personally, I think the city really needs it, because there's a lot of civilians out there who don't really have an opportunity to start their business or
opportunity, purpose, etc., etc. Yeah, I think there's the other reality too, right? Is giving people an option at a stall lets them start and let the business fail if it fails. Like, who's gonna want to generate $1 million only to start something that might fail in a week? You know what I mean? Like,
businesses are expensive.
Yeah.
And if you're not in a gang and you're not doing crime to make your money, like those costs can be really prohibitive. If you don't have like a crowdfunding source, or like you're just sitting there doing towing or whatever to make your money, like it's a lot. Yeah. I mean we meme about how I'm broke all the time, but like I am broke all the time. I'm really up good for me right now with 15 grand in my bank. Like that's phenomenal for me.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why I brought up the investment group idea, because it allows people to have that investment come in. I think I do have a little bit more time if you want to delve into the idea a little bit more.
I think it would be best to wait for the rest of the staff. They're all kind of, it's been a busy week, right? With, Thanksgiving coming up and whatnot. But I think we should plan on next steps, to be honest. I think I would recommend that we get a baseline video made that we can show around at the PD meeting at and set some dates for it all and how we're going to do the sign up. So like the logistics around it.
I can get working on. Do you remember the video I did for the pub here?
Yeah.
It was really stupid, but yeah, I'll do something not stupid, but on that sort of lines if you want me to.
Yeah.
and I'll let you know when everything's all wrapped up. It'll be something probably quite stupid, but also informative.
Yeah.
In terms of picking people, do you think like I don't want to say, you know, people will go, oh, $1 million, you know, some people go, oh yeah, we'll just take that from the government and I'll go buy a fucking sports car. But
I would
realistically,
recommend that people should submit like a 2-minute like video like they do
that.
for MTV or something like that, because I think part of the success is, I mean, that makes it so more people can apply without having to reach someone, because that'll be a limiting factor, as opposed to like, you know, it's clear if you're signing up, we need you on these dates and da-da-da. Can you do that? And like, you know, so in advance, they know what they're signing up for. And we can really publicize it out there in the video that here's where you go to sign up.
Yeah, we can have some sort of form that they can submit, or possibly like, you know, include like a video or something in there as well. As far as people using prize money for not business purposes, we could also potentially have some sort of like, I understand and agree that the funds are for blah blah blah, or even have like a lawyer draft up a formal contract for a winner or something if we want.
Yeah, I think that'll be needed. If we're gonna be fully going ahead with this mall idea, I think it may be worth saying they could get X amount of money and first pick on a stall for the mall, because it'll then draw eyes to the mall as well.
Well, the mall, once, I don't want to promise anything around the mall, because it could be in 2 months, it could be next week. You know what I mean? That's that we have no line of sight on that. Oh shit, Tilly's around.
Oh, I wish there were more properties.
Yep. Okay. Well, I gotta start dipping here, but
can I ask one more thing before you guys shoot?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not 100% clear what's my sort of like position gonna be. I don't really know.
We don't really have like titles.
I would say,
like, am I gonna be involved, or is it just for this one thing? Like what?
No, let's get you. I want you to meet with the rest of the team, and then we have that conversation. I think tomorrow, after the PD meeting, we can formalize it.
Okay, awesome. So
but I'd say like business liaison is probably a good shout.
Yeah.
So I should get an expungement, is what you're saying?
Oh, you need one. Oh fuck! I didn't know you had anything on your record.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 30 days. So I can get an expungement. Like
I would stop that. I know Judge Grayson is around. If you want to contact him in regards to that.
Sean can do it as well. I'm good friends with Sean. So
oh, perfect. Yeah.
And well, my last arrest, I'm not sure if he can check, but it was quite funny, if I'm being perfectly honest.
All right. Okay. Well, all right. Well, let's chat tomorrow. Come to the PD meeting tomorrow.
Okay. What is it? What time is it roughly? Straight after storm, right?
Yeah. Now, it like may mean you gotta wait outside till it's over, just so, because we can't bring in until we, you know, because of your, you know, I know that you're good, but optics. But you know what I mean? Exactly. So
yeah, I'll get my expungement sorted before I shoot off. All right, appreciate your time, guys, and sorry for rushing you down.
Yeah. No worries. All right.
I gotta win this final, man. I gotta bring the trophy home.
You got this.
Good luck.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Dang! Chad, this is gonna be fucking sick, to be honest.
I like him.
Yeah, same. He is someone that the city needs more of, which is starting individuals. Yeah, you don't need someone to like fucking tell you what to do when you wake up every morning, you know.
Will you be mad at me that I did extra work? Why would we be mad at you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's crazy because I met him just from like, hey, I want to run a restaurant and I need my business approved, and he just kept cooking. And yeah, I love like more people that are just generating ideas. Sort of makes sense. All right, maybe I'm gonna go meet up with Tilly right now, see what she's up to.
Okay.
But if you do need me